Hey guys, welcome back. So I got a video for y'all today all about this palette right here. This is the Bad Habit Artistry 2 palette. So we are going to talk about the pricing, we'll look at the packaging, we'll look at some swatches. I will let you know what I think about the formula of these shadows and just how they are to work with. I'll let you know my overall thoughts and opinions on this palette, and then I will also show you a tutorial on how I did this eye look, which ended up being a rather intense blue eye look. So yeah, let's get to it. So the price of this palette is $12, and one of the first things I noticed about it when I took it out of the box is that it is smaller than the original Artistry palette, which I'm totally fine with smaller packaging, but I decided to look at the gram weight. This one is also $12, the original, and it is 11.9 grams. The new one, $12, is 9.92 grams. So I'm fine with the smaller packaging, but you are getting less product in it. So I would have loved if this were maybe $10 or if it had the same amount of grams as the other one. So don't mind the smaller packaging to it, but I wish that the price point were adjusted a little bit because of the lesser amount of product that you're getting in here. So as far as the packaging goes, I think it's really, really pretty. This is what the outside sleeve looks like. Very pretty. So it's kind of white with that crackly look to it, and the crackly part is kind of a metallic silver, and then the lettering is blue. So pretty. I love the packaging on it. And then the actual palette has that same sort of look to it. Nice sturdy packaging as other Bad Habit beauty palettes. So here it is in comparison to the original Artistry. So that one was kind of black and gold, and this one is more white and silver with that blue writing. Really pretty. So as far as what you're getting in here, this is really an overall very neutral palette. I just decided to pretty much do the brightest version of it that you can do. I decided to use some of the blue because all the other ones in here are super duper neutral. So you really just have a little pop of blue thrown in here. As far as mattes versus shimmers, you have 1, 2, 3, 4 mattes, and then the rest are shimmery metallic shades. You do get a mirror in there, which is nice. So it's a fun neutral palette, but then with a little pop of color thrown in there. Now for some swatches, we're gonna start on the top left side of the palette, and I'm probably going to butcher some of these names, but I'm gonna try my best. So this one is Chiaro. This one is Kusama. This one is Bacchus. This one is Motif. Pieta. That one is really close to my skin tone color, but it is swatch there. This one on the bottom row, bottom left side of the palette, this is Stella, Fresco, Sistine, Sienna, and Tempest. Very pretty shadows. And as far as the formula goes on these shadows, you know, I really didn't find them to be super different than other Bad Habit beauty shadows that I've worked with in the past, but I will say that I kind of feel like the mattes might be a little bit less soft than others that I've tried. I don't know, that could just be in my head, but I kind of feel like it might be a step less soft. So I found those to be a little bit easier to work with. The shimmery shades, I found them to be pretty much the same as other Bad Habit beauty shadows. I did have a lot of fallout with the blue. You know, Bad Habit beauty shadows are just very, very soft. So they lend themselves to having a lot of kick up in the pan, fallout on the face, so definitely tap off your brush. I think it's easiest, especially with the metallic-y shades, to use them with some kind of a setting spray. It just helps hold them together, kind of minimizes that fallout. But I just noticed a lot with the blue. Might just be because it's a bright blue color and it's more obvious with that. You know, when you have blue under eyes, you kind of notice. So definitely notice that with these shadows, but they're definitely still workable. Really end up creating some beautiful eye looks for the price point. I think they're really nice quality. So let's just get to my overall thoughts and review on this palette. I do really like it. I actually really like the smaller packaging because I like cute little tiny makeup. Again, I wish the price point were kind of adjusted for the lesser amount of product that you're getting, but I really like the packaging on it. I like the neutral colors. I have a lot of these colors in my collection already, so I don't know that I'm going to be reaching for this specific palette a lot. I'll probably reach for some of my other favorites, but I do still think it's a really pretty palette. If you like these sort of colors, if you're used to working with Bad Habit beauty shadows, I think you would be pleased with this palette. You know, you can kind of give or take the blue here. If you want to play with some color, you absolutely can, or if you want to just keep it super neutral, you can do that as well. So I think it's a nice little palette. I think it's fun. Okay, so I've already applied some eyeshadow primer, so I'm going to set that with some of Pieta. using a Moda crease brush. Okay, now I'm going to take a little combo of Stella and Pieta. So I'm going to dip a little bit into Stella, a little bit into Pieta, kind of back and forth. And I'm going to apply this into my crease and transition area and just build this color up. Okay, so I want to go full on with this palette and really have fun with it. So I'm going to get some of Sienna on a flat concealer brush. Gonna kind of build up that color on my brush, and then I'm just going to press this onto my lid all across. So that's what it looks like just applying it dry. So it's still very pretty that way, really built up on itself nicely, but I'm going to use a little bit of setting spray and see how we can kind of kick it up a notch. I do have some fallout. I'm getting some blue under eyes here. Now I'm going to get some of this color, Bacchus, on a small crease brush. And I'm just going to apply this into my outer corner just for a little added dimension, just a little bit out there, not a lot. So I am kind of pressing it now because I do want it to still show that actual color. I don't want it to get that super muddied look. You know, just the mix of this kind of a color with the blue, just those colors together are going to create kind of a muddy sort of a color. So I'm pressing it so that you get more of that actual color showing. Doing a little bit of blending in my crease. Get a little bit of that blue just on my finger and tapping it right in the middle of my lid and kind of blending that over because I really want the main color of this eye look to be blue, so I don't want to lose any of that. I'm going to apply a little bit more of that first initial cream shade just to kind of clean up my brow bone a little bit, make sure that that's nice and clean. Now I'm going to apply some liner and mascara to my upper lash line and upper lashes. So I'm going to use my Laura Geller Incredible Waterproof Gel Eyeliner Pencil in Brown Eye Girl and my IT Cosmetics Superhero. So I'm going to apply that, clean this up a little bit, and I'll be back for my lower lash line. Okay, so for my lower lash line, I really want to play with some more of these warm tones. So first off, I'm going to get a little combo of these two, just like I did in my crease. And I'm just going to run along my lower lash line with this. I'm going to get some of Kusama on, I'm using a BH Cosmetics number 10 brush. Tap off my brush. Line this along my lower lash line. It's kind of a really pretty like bronzy color. And lastly, I'm going to take some of Fresco on that same brush and apply some of this in my outer corner of my lower lash line just to add some dimension there. Okay, one last thing. I think I need that signature brightness in the inner corners of my eyes. So I'm going to get some of this color, some of, I think it's Chiaro? I don't really know. And I'm just going to pop this on the inner corners of my eyes. Now I'm just going to finish off with some mascara on my lower lashes. I'm going to use my CoverGirl Plump Crusher. Alright guys, so that wraps up this video. So I hope that you really enjoyed it and I hope it was helpful for you. Please do a thumbs up if it was. Let me know down below what you think about this palette. If you tried it out, what are your thoughts and opinions? Or what is your favorite affordable palette in your collection? I would love to know that. Ask me any questions that you have. I'm happy to answer those. Please subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!